What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So I'm on Facebook and I see this message. It was under one of these boxing posts, and it was basically talking about how black fighters are very boring. He said black fighters are boring for the most part. All of them just run. They just run, hug and run, except for Gervonta Tank Davis, right? And so I challenged this opinion vigorously, right? And I brought up a lot of fighters that are black that are exciting, right? And so now let's pose this question. Are black fighters boring fighters? Are they runners? Are they huggers? So let me tell y'all, man, black fighters for the most part, since the beginning of time, have been slick. Slick fighters. We not gonna we black fighters not finna rock 'em, sock 'em, robot you to death for the most part. We not finna let you just hit us in the head over and over again and we just trade shots all night, taking damage, and getting brutally just beat on every single fight. Most black fighters got a slick style to them, which helps them to have longevity in their career, and which keeps them out of harm's way of always just getting concussions and getting knocked out every single fight. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I'm not saying black fighters don't get knocked out. They do, right? But we don't encourage, like in most black trainers don't really encourage rock'em sock'em styles. We've seen the residual effects of some of those rock'em sock'em styles and how these fighters talk today and how they move and how they can they don't have all their faculties. I look at a fighter like a Terry Norris. Terry Norris was a fighter who fought traditional Mexican style toe-to-toe boxing. Look how Terry Norris talk. You don't know what Terry Norris is saying. You need subtitles for the most part, and it's horrible. But I'm gonna say this though, this can happen to just about anybody. Even if you're a slick fighter, if you fight long enough and you've been in enough wars and you've been through enough sparring, rigorous sparring, this can still happen to you like lights out James Toney. And James was a slick fighter, excellent defensive fighter, but could dish it as well as make you miss. He can make you pay as well as make you miss, right? Yeah, man, but our styles, black fighters have traditionally always been slick. Ray Leonard, James Toney, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. You've had Floyd Mayweather Jr. You had a lot of different fighters, black fighters, who just were slick guys who were not going to just let you tee off. Because, yeah, it's entertaining for a lot of fight fans, but again, how long is your career going to be? You standing there just, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me. No. And even with black fighters being slick, I can still name you a lot of black fighters in boxing who are very entertaining. We can go from Terrence Bud Crawford. Bud ain't just gonna let you just hit a 30, like a 10 punch combination on him at all. At all. He's gonna counter you, and he's gonna counter you viciously. He can move around, he's slick, he can go from orthodox to southpaw, but he got power in both hands. Right? And that's boring? Get out of here, bro. We can go to Anthony Joshua. AJ and Anthony traditionally, he ain't been no guy that just run around the ring. He coming out to hurt you. AJ ain't boring by any stretch of the imagination. We can go to Errol Spence Jr. People say Errol fight like a black Mexican, even though I believe Errol parries a lot of shots. He does. Traditionally over his career, he's parried a lot of shots. You know what I mean? Errol boring? Not at all. I can't name one boring fight from Errol Spence Jr. I cannot. I can't. He's always with the action. He always stepping forward, bringing all the smoke. Even when he got beat from pillar to post by Bud Crawford, he kept stepping forward, right? So, okay, Errol, Bud. Now, let's go to Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis not exciting to you? Boots has a very exciting style. Power puncher, swings with bad intentions every single time he throws. He boring? Come on, bro. You don't know what you're talking about, right? O'Shaquie Foster? He boring? Not at all, dog. No way, no how. So it's always, they black fighters, they boring. Man, listen, black fighters, traditionally boxers, have just always been slick, man. We gonna make you miss and make you pay for that. We ain't gonna just sit up in here and let you just beat on our head for 12 rounds. It just ain't never been our style, man. We're not gonna just, I mean, you're gonna have some that do that. But for the most part, the black gyms are gonna be like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you letting this man beat on you? We not in it just to get beat on all the time. No, we want to have a long career. Look at the career of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd was fighting until he was 40 years old. Because he had great defensive prowess and he was defensively responsible. You know, guys have long. Bernard Hopkins, slick fighter, man. Bernard fought for a very long time, extremely accomplished, and has beaten some of y'all favorite fighters over this time. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like the disrespect aimed at black fighters. Oh, they boring. No, we not engaging in rock'em sock'em robots, dog. We not doing that. We not doing that, man. We not gonna let you just tee off on us and then, oh, we just gonna wait to just throw a 10-punch combination back. Like, bro, no. Gonna make you miss, time you to hurt you. He named Tank Davis as one of the people that's not boring like all the other black fighters. Tank Davis has the lowest punch output of all them dudes I named. Boots Ennis, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Tank has the lowest punch output of them guys. Tank don't even throw a lot of punches for real. He just capitalizes. He's slick. He's a slick fighter. He's not a guy that just goes out from bell to bell, toe to toe. He just got cannons in both hands, so he tricks the American public into believing he's a brawler. He's not. He's not. He's never been that. He's a technician with power. He waits till you make a mistake and capitalizes on it and counters you. That's what he did to Ryan Garcia. You know, he did the same thing to Frank Martin. He did a lot of guys he's fought. Like, what's the other boy name? Leo Santa Cruz. What's the other dude, man? Pedraza. All that. Man, Tank ain't never thrown as many punches as an Errol Spence. Never. He's not a high volume punch guy. But again, he tricks people into thinking that because of the knockouts. Right? Deontay is on again, he's at the end of his career. But Deontay wasn't no boring dude. Deontay was putting dudes to sleep. Everything he was touching was going to sleep. You know, you go, oh, he wasn't fighting nobody. Man, listen. When he fought, what's the boy named Dominic Brazil? He was a top 10 heavyweight. Luis Ortiz got them up out of there. Areola was a tough dude at the time he fought Areola. But at the time Deontay fought Areola. Not the Areola that, what's the other boy name? Andy Ruiz fought. No, or Areola in 2016. Around that time. You know what I mean? So Deontay was a dude. He dropped Tyson Fury several times throughout their trilogy. He was never no boring dude. Now when he got with Malik, he gun shy. Well, I ain't going to blame it on Malik. After them fights with Tyson Fury, we took all that damage. He's a lot more gun shy. But he had cannons, man. A cannon, a right hand blessed from God. They could put dudes down like he shot them with a damn tranquilizer gun. So it's just like, I don't know, all these old black fighters, they boring. Man, cut it out, dog. Cut it out, man. Even Devin not boring to me. He not. Like, I like the sweet science. So I like to see him use that jab to the body. Jab, like that jab is perfect. Jab. He was jabbing George Kambosos' head off like a Pez dispenser when he fought him in Australia back-to-back times. His fight with Lomachenko was not boring at all, and it wasn't just because Lomachenko, because Devin was winning a lot of them early rounds. Loma picked it up towards the end of the fight. You know what I mean? So Devin ain't boring to me. Even a fight with Ryan Garcia, we're going to get to that too in a minute. That wasn't a boring fight, and it wasn't just because Ryan knocked him down. Devin was stepping forward. And every round, listen, I can argue because people are like, oh, Ryan outboxed Devin Haney. He did not. Devin won nearly every round that he didn't get knocked down in. And he won it decisively. So I'm going to talk about the rematch for that fight too. But to say black fighters are boring, that's that old Abel Sanchez stuff. No, we don't rock 'em, sock 'em, robot you to death. And then your dude out here, again, your dude got 20 fights and he threw. 21, 22 fights, he ready to hang him up, he done. Now, today's fighters don't fight as much as fighters of yesteryear. But, come on, man, like, dog, cut it out, man. Like, oh, Tank the only one. That's just a casual statement to me. No, he the only one that's exciting. Cut it. No, he's not, bro. No, he's not. Like, black fighters just run, bro. We not, our style, not Mexican style. We not finna sit up in here and just trade, bow, bow, bow. Okay, you hit me. Bow, bow. Okay, you hit me. Bow, bow. Okay, you hit me back. But we not doing that. That just never, no. A lot of black gyms not gonna teach you to do that. Whether you in the Kronk gym, whether you with Derrick James, whether you with Buddy McGurk, whether you with what's my man name? What's Andre Ward trainer name? Godly. What is my man's name, man? Legendary trainer, man. Keisha Cole daddy. Golly, what is my man? Virgil Hunter. Virgil Hunter, whether you with Bo Mac, Brian McIntyre, whether you with Ronnie Shields, you know what I mean? The Charlo brothers, well, again, they've been inactive now. Charlo fights was never boring. They wasn't just letting much just tee off. Now, again, though, I will say this now. When Jermell got with Derrick, Jermell became less technical. He was really trying to stop dudes. Stop dudes in their tracks. But when Jermell was with Ronnie, Jermell was more technical. Look at Jamal. Technical dude, but menacing puncher. Devastating. He want to beat up on you and pummel you. You know, so the black gym's not finna be just teaching that, though. Where you just rock them, sock them to death. But that ain't, no. You a real man if you do it. Man, I real man, my, you know what? Be laid out in the ring, father stretch my hand, or be out in the ring convulsing, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're not doing that. So this way to call black fighters boring to denigrate them is just, to me, that's trash. You know, and it's very lazy. And it's a very casual thing to do, instead of really doing your due diligence and like looking how these dudes fight. You can't tell me Errol Spence is boring. You can't tell me Terrence Crawford is boring. You can't tell me Anthony Joshua is boring. You can't tell me Oshaki Foster is boring. You can't tell me Boots Ennis is boring. You just can't. I'm sorry. I don't see that at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's quite crazy to me, man. But yeah, Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.